This morning, Andy is having some fun in the snow for his latest adventure.
He trekked over to Central Oregon to try out some cross-country skiing with one of the nation's top experts in the field.
Andy's Adventures putting the real big emphasis on adventure this time around. Cross-country skiing. I've got my buddy Greg, who is actually very qualified to help me out with this. Give me a little bit about what your title is.
Yeah, I'm actually on the Professional Ski Instructors Association of America's National Cross-Country Ski Team. I love cross-country skiing because on a day like today where the weather is kind of iffy, windy, blowy, you might have chairlifts that aren't turning for a little bit, and I can go out and I can ski whenever I want. There's so many snow parks throughout Oregon and southern Washington, and you have more distance between you and everybody else. So in this era of COVID, cross-country skiing's been it.
And it's a great workout, isn't it?
It is a wonderful workout. I mean, we know that it's one of the best cardiovascular fitness workouts that you can think of.
How fast can a typical person learn to cross-country ski?
Typically, Nordic centers are giving lessons that are an hour and a half long, and after I teach a lesson, people are out skiing for another hour to 2 hours on their own.
I've gone cross-country skiing a handful of times in my life. I think it's time for a tune-up. Can you give me a tune-up today?
I can give you a tune-up. Roll your toe down, and you're clicked in. The rabbit comes up through the hole, grab onto the tree.
Okay. Wouldn't it be more of a squirrel grabbing the tree?
You're ready to go.
So is this track right here, this was made by?
This is made by him. Andy, you're doing great.
Thank you.
So I'm going to give you a little drill to try to help you.
You can't just let it go with you're doing great.
I'm an instructor. To shuffle a short little kick with your feet, and then a long glide on a ski. And then shuffle, shuffle, and then long glide on your ski.
On the other ski.
Exactly. You're smarter than you look.
I really have. It's true blonde hair.
The difference between cross-country skiing and snowshoeing is the glide. Shuffle, shuffle, glide. Shuffle, shuffle, glide.
I'm sure it'll look just like that when I do it. Shuffle, shuffle, glide. Shuffle, shuffle, glide. Shuffle, shuffle, glide.
Normal striding, no more of the shuffle, shuffle, glide, just stride and glide, stride and glide. All right, Andy, your first downhill on cross-country ski.
I wanted you to crash.
I know you did. Look at that. Yeah. Look at this. This worked out. I mean, the wind isn't here. The snow's falling lightly. Oh, there's the wind. Woohoo! Yeah! I'm gonna have washboard abs by the time this is over with.
You should.
Is it just for you, just kind of being out in this?
Exactly. Like, for me, the freedom of being on a trail, the peace and quiet, the beauty of today is this fresh snowfall. There's just an extra level of quietness that I get when I'm out here.
This is great.
Of course, we want to mention Mike Heinrich for the great job he did shooting that piece. I mean, really terrific. Andy, what was the hardest part of cross-country skiing? Because you made it look easy.
You know, probably just initially starting, and then I started to get into the rhythm, and then it became much easier out there. And if you saw different areas where we had what they call the corduroy, where they groomed it, and it was just like lines like corduroy, and then there were tracks. So we had wider skis. If you have the narrow skis like Greg had, you go right inside the tracks, which is kind of fun. And then you can just go in fresh powder. So there's all kinds of different challenges for you.
Neat.
And we had the groomed track there, but there are other places like Trillium Lake, just down the road from here. It's not necessarily groomed for that, but you can still go cross-country skiing. And as we mentioned earlier, we had all these people cross-country skiing over the Tillicum Crossing when we got our snow in Portland. So it's wide open as far as where you can go. So it was great. We actually have a link on our website, kptv.com, where you can find all kinds of different areas that are actually groomed so you to go out and do your cross-country skiing there. So it was fun. Big thanks to Greg for all his help as well. Good times.